Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we are looking at Uncanny X-Men Volume 5. About damn time, right? And it is, I gotta say, it is great that we are still getting these volumes pumped out. And this is, if I remember correctly, the Windsor variant of 205. I don't know why I'm saying that, it's right there, 205. And this is a beautiful variant of Wolverine on there, and certainly the one that I wanted. And the other one has the Trial of Magneto on there. It's almost like a direct market cover as well, except they take that cover and they make it a little bit more flashy, etc. So there we go. The last two, Volume 3 and Volume 4, I felt were a bit better in terms of that special cover. Now, Volume 4, I ended up getting a direct market cover because they messed up my order or something, and I ended up switching it and getting it perfect, so I stayed with the direct market cover for that one. Right, my first gripe. Oh, this one makes me really annoyed. So, sorry. So, for somebody who's been collecting these volumes for a very long time, we have the classic black and then the number along there, and then they've decided to go with a little picture, smaller as there, smaller Uncanny 5 there. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks absolutely freaking stupid. Why on earth they wouldn't release it the same as the others, just to keep it thing? I tell you why, because they want you to go and replace all these with these. I ended up replacing my volume 2 of the original X-Men with something similar. I'm not gonna rush out and do this. I will do this if the opportunity presents itself. Or I'll just have to live with that. But yeah, really irritated. Although I do love that picture, which is from the crossover with the New Mutants and the Asgardians over in one of the 9 realms. I can't remember which one. Sorry, let me get my camera back to normal. And I'll gently turn this around. So here you have all the covers on there. So we have Uncanny X-Men 194 to 209. So this takes you right up to, if you've been a collector as long as I have, Mutant Massacre. X-Men Mutant Massacre. And I will show this with that before I finish the review. I will show it all together, how it all sort of comes together. Now we've got a whole run right up to the Phalanx Covenant. That is when it all sort of becomes dropped off, and I really hope that that at some point is revisited and they capture those missing issues in between. This also collects X-Men Annual 9 and 10, New Mutant Special Edition 1 and Annual 2. Now, I'm glad that they did that, because it really irritated me that the Asgardian Wars wasn't all in one collected journey, because they sort of, in fact, I still don't think it's all collected, but they finished wait a minute. Yeah, so they finish it there where they have this crossover here, and then literally, if I put that back there, this should come sort of straight in afterwards, etc. Maybe not necessarily right next to each other, clearly, because there are a few issues in between. But I always liked reading that as a whole. So I'm glad that the New Mutants stuff is in there as well. And this is where Storm's starting to come to grips with the loss of her powers, etc. Now, we also get some other fine moments in here as well. So this also collects Nightcrawler 1 to 4. Now, that's something, I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually read, so I'm quite excited for that. Also, the Long Shot 6 issues mini-series, which is great. And then, if I remember rightly, that New Mutant sort of ties up around with Betsy's story. And when you get after Mutant, and that's how she comes to be sort of with the X-Men, starts becoming part of that X-team, etc., which is brilliant. So let's have a closer look underneath the dust cover. Beautiful X there. And under here, Chris Claremont, Arthur Adams, June Brigman, Dave Cockrum, Alan Davis, Rick Leonardi, and Nocenti, John Romita Jr., Barry Windsor Smith, and then on here they have War in Asgard and a Phoenix Reborn. So that's starting Madeline Pryor's journey towards Inferno. Right, so let me move this here. Under there, same stuff on the side there, which looks very nice. And then this is very, wow, that is very colorful. That is very, very cool. I do like that. So, oh, let me just adjust this and we will have a look inside. I do like a good X-Men Omnibus. This is the one that I'm probably most excited for this year. Yeah, we got the bit with Rachel, which is great. And then she sort of drops off, which is really bizarre, and ends up in Excalibur at some point. So this is everybody that's involved with this omnibus who's created this volume. So this volume starts with from Marvel Masterworks. That's interesting. Okay, so it starts with page 8 and finishes with page 88. So it is a smaller omnibus compared to some that we've seen before. So they are clearly spacing these out, but this makes sense. I do hope that we get volume 6 and they just carry on with Uncanny X-Men. Whether they would include all the tie-in issues with Mutant Massacre, that will be interesting to see. But it will be interesting to see how future omnibuses are mapped out. So this begins in 1985 and finishes in 1987. We get a little introduction, okay, by Chris Claremont that he read for one of the Masterworks. So we got some Nimrod action. Oops, let me get, sorry. So we get some Nimrod action. And I think Xavier gets very severely beaten up. We got Storm's Journey and Life Death 2 continuing. We got one of the best crossovers, one of my favorite crossovers. This is one of the first stories that I read. Oh man, I'm gonna have to read this again very, very soon. My nan bought me that book. I've still got that original book. It's probably the only paperback that I actually own because it has a sentimental value in terms of my nan. Buying for it. My nan's still with me, by the way. Bless her at 87. Still loving and caring, which is great. We get I think we got the Nightcrawler stuff in between. Ooh, we got the Reavers as well. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, so there are some fantastic moments in here. I love this book. I'm very, very happy. Yeah, we got, so Leyland who will die in this Nightcrawler 4 issues I'm very excited to read. Then we got Longshot and Rita. Ricochet, if I remember correctly, becomes a Spiral, and that's why she hates Longshot so much. I'm sorry if I've just ruined the whole book for you. I hope I haven't ruined it for you. And then we got the final episode issues with New Mutants, Psylocke, who loses her eyesight, and Captain Britain, which I'm currently reading. So I'm looking forward to tying up those little threads in between, etc. So what extras does it have? If I can get there. Also, it has the most iconic battle between Storm and Cyclops for leadership, which is iconic, and it's we've always sort of been led to believe that Madeline influenced that fight in some point. However, I don't think it's actually ever been just said. Do you know what I mean? I would love that in this new world. If she says that, that would be great. It'd be interesting to say, yeah, I did that for the sake of our family. Got some nice covers going on there. Got some classics. Brilliant stuff. Some beautiful artwork. Oh, this is nice. Some really great stuff here. If you like it, you know what? I usually read a story and then I'm done. I'm usually happy. I've read what I wanted to read. Long Shot series. So this puts in how they were building that original story. Wow, Mojo. Because this would have been, what, probably the first viewing of Mojo, I suspect. It's great. Take a chance on Long Shots, which is brilliant. So, yeah, some fabulous stuff. Oh, that's the book that I'm talking about. That's the one that I had. I love that book. They did do an oversized hardcover, which I almost brought the other week, by the way, because I just love it. Absolutely love it. But I'm glad to have it in here. I will try. I will try when I do the Uncanny X-Men. When I read number 4, I'm certainly going to try and read those issues straight after, because to me, in my mind, they go straight afterwards, not later on. And I got this from Forbidden Planet. I do have a slight bump there, but I mean, I'll have a proper look at it later, but they may have just survived me saying it's fine, I do not need a replacement. So there we go. So there is Uncanny X-Men 5. Let's have a look at it on my shelf. So, like many people, I was a little bit disappointed that X Factor 1 to 8 wasn't thrown in here, just so it would blend, so it would go straight into here, and then pretty much you've got almost a whole X Factor run afterwards, including New Mutants, etc. But the good thing is that there has been an announcement that X Factor, the original run, is going to happen. So you can read that and then jump on to the various things as you do. It'll be interesting to see how these things are mapped out. Me and New Mutants, I think, was pretty much straightforward. So you do have these side series now. So maybe you could, if you wanted to, think about, well, if Uncanny X-Men 6 has the New Mutant Massacre material in there, you could drop off this Omnibus because you've got the other issues covered in New Mutants and the original X Factor series, perhaps. Or you could just be quite content with, actually, I like reading the event as a whole. It'll be interesting when I get around to reading these, and it is on my plan to do at some point. So anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you to everybody that's taken the time to watch this video and is already subscribed. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.